be like them when you just could be you? Why be like them when you just could be you? You can't worry about what they doing, you gotta be you. You can't worry about what they doing, you gotta be you. Be you.
Good evening and Happy New Year. Welcome to another episode of the BU Podcast. This is Tanya Harris and I am your host. Today I'm sitting with Dr. Tina Thomas. She is a naturopathic doctor. Did I say that right?
You sure did.
Okay, good. Okay, so why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and what is it that you do?
Well, like you said, I'm a naturopathic doctor. I'm also a certified yoga instructor. I've been teaching yoga for, about 14 years now.
Okay.
And actually started my practice. I went out on my own and started my practice about 2 years ago. What I do is I studied natural medicine and I do health consultations with people. Where we may talk about a disease process they have going on, or maybe they just want to continue to be healthy, or they want to get healthy, or they want to learn how to use medicine as a way to support their body and heal, or using natural methods in a way to support their body and healing, like using food, things like that. I talk about how to use water. You know, we can do a lot of issues come up when we're dehydrated, right? You know, we may have chronic headaches, we may have foggy brains, we may have more joints and muscle aches and it could just be because we need water and our body is saying, hey, I need some water. Hello. So, I try to look at what's going on in their life. It could be something that's emotional or something that's mental. Being a naturopathic doctor, I don't just look at the symptoms of what's going on in your body. I really want to look at what the root cause could be. And the root cause really could be something that is mental or emotional or spiritual that is going on in your life. And I really want to address those things, and as well as physical things, and help you be able to find solutions on how to support your body while it's going through the healing journey. So that's what a naturopathic doctor does. I also do a lot of corporate health education. So I may, go into talk to people from Cigna or, MLG&W, International Paper, like a bunch of different corporations, and talk about how work with them and helping their employees to live a more healthier, balanced life, whether it's, on talking about sleep or talking about various ways you can use food to help with reducing stress, or essential oils. I use a lot of essential oils in my practice, or herbs, tinctures, tonics, all of that good stuff. So then lately, since we've had the C word, what's been going on in this world, I have been doing something called Coffee Break Live every day. And I started the week before shutdown. And it was really because I wanted to have a way to connect with my clients and with my students. While we were socially distancing, I didn't feel like we needed to socially disconnect. Okay. And so I've been doing something called Coffee Break Live on my Facebook page every day. And really we've been talking about everything from social issues to how to make hand sanitizer, we've been doing lots of things. We do field trips and we've gone to a cheese factory, and we've gone to a farm, and an organic farm, and looked at how that process goes and where your fruits and vegetables come from, and stuff like that. But really trying to make alternative or natural medicine accessible to everybody, because guess what? We need to take health back into our own hands. So that's kind of what I do.
Okay. So how long have you been a naturopathic doctor?
I have been a naturopathic doctor for 3 years now. I did my training at a clinic here in Memphis, Tennessee, and my schooling was in school in Indiana, and then I did clinicals here in Memphis for 3 years, and then went on my own, worked for the clinic for a year, and then went out on my own 2018.
Okay, okay. Well, I see you are multi-talented. You are a naturopathic doctor, a yoga instructor. You're also an author, right?
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
okay. So what inspires you?
Oh gosh, it was amazing because when I decided to go out on my own, that's a scary time, right? To go out on your own, have your own practice or your own business, whatever your own is.
Mhm.
And God had kind of been telling me, you need to do this. I have this journey for you and you need to do this. And I guess I wasn't trusting the process and trusting him. And I kept hearing him say, when I was in the place I was at, it was a little bit of confusion, a little bit of chaos going on. And I kept hearing him say, you're getting comfortable in confusion. And I would say, you know what, you're right, but I got to get this protocol finished, written up, like I wasn't really listening. And then he kind of said, okay, I'm going to move you. And when he did, the day he moved me and I started my own practice, I got a huge contract with Cigna. And 2 days later, a publishing house called me and said, I want you to do this book with 10 other amazing authors that are either doctors, integrative medicine doctors, or they're health coaches or whatever. I want you to be a part of this. And this publishing company had actually contacted me months before, and I said, no, this isn't the time. I'm not really ready for it, whatever. They came back to me and they said, hey, we're not trying to stalk you. You really need to be a part of this project. And I was like, okay, this is the time. And I did. And it was so amazing. And I'd already been in the process of writing 2 other books on my own, but I've been kind of sitting on them. And with doing this, it has helped me to be able to realize that, I really do want to finish those 2, but I really need to birth those 2 books out. I had been writing for various magazines and doing articles before that. So writing is not anything new for me. Writing a book or being a part of the publishing process was. And this was kind of a stepping stone for me to be able to do that. And so next year I will be, I'm in the process of finishing up the 2 books that I've been writing, and will be coming out with those next year. So yeah, it's an amazing journey. And if you have that story inside of you that keeps wanting to be written, write it, do it. You may help somebody else in telling your story.
Okay, great, great. So what would you tell someone that wants to start a business?
Oh gosh, it's hard. I'm not going to lie. It's hard. You have to continue to educate yourself, not only in whatever it is that you have that expertise in, and please make sure you get that expertise in whatever it is that you're going to be doing a business in, but also you got to take some business classes. I was just like, I'm gonna go out on my own. Like, I've been doing this. All I gotta do is be really great at public speaking and be really great at doing these seminars and things like that. And it's so much more to it than just being a naturopathic doctor and just being a people person and can get these contracts. Like, it's a lot more to it. And I think that you need to find the right people to be on your team. I think you also need to learn how to say no. For example, as you grow in your business, there's going to be a lot of people that come to you to be a part of their event or, do can you just be on this panel, or can you do, and I've learned that while I feel that my ministry is to get the health message out to the world, there comes a point in time where I have to say, you have a budget, you're paying other people, guess what? I need to be paid too. Like, this is my business. This is not just a hobby for me. And so learn how to say no, and learn to be okay with it. Not everybody can afford you. You went to school, you got the education, you are practicing and doing your whatever it is that you're magnificent in. People need to pay for your expertise. They need to pay for your time that you went through school to learn whatever it is that you're learning, or, you know, whatever your time is that you're doing it. It's not free. You know, it's okay. Get paid for what you're worth. I think that's one of the biggest other big thing is make sure you set your price is really what you're worth. And even if that means that you have to say no sometimes, or if people come to you and they just can't afford you, you know, take it case by case, but they just can't afford you. I mean, that just may be what it is. And remember, people can find a way to afford the things that they really want.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
Got it. Okay. So, how does one go about setting goals for their health and wellness? We seem to think that, okay, going to the doctor, getting our annual checkup and trying to diet, that's the way to go. But in your professional opinion, I mean, how do we go about setting goals for that?
So I think one of the first things that we need to do is, and I try to do this with my clients, is you got to change your mindset, right? It all starts here. So let's say you want to lose whatever it is in weight that you want to lose. Well, if you don't change your mindset about your eating habits, you're going to go on a diet. And I don't like the word diet, but you're going to go on a diet. And what'll happen is a diet has an end date. So as soon as that 10-day smoothie diet you've been on, or that 30-day whatever diet you've been on, girl, I know, whatever it is, guess what? That has an end date. And as soon as that end date is over, if you haven't changed your mindset about your health and your mindset about food, you're just going to go back to the same crappy eating that got you to wherever you are in the first place. And that's why I don't like the term diet.
Okay.
When I use diet, I mean how you eat, not diet as in calorie restriction, or do 10 days of this and you're going to lose all this weight. Yeah, you probably will. But guess what? You're going to, like I said, as soon as that end date is over, you're going to go back to the crappy eating that you had before. You're going to gain that weight, and plus a little bit more, because you hadn't changed here. So I think when you're trying to come up with goals, one of the things that I would do is, why do I want to do this? Like, what is my health goal? Why do I want to do it? If I'm doing this because I want to lose weight, I'm not so sure that's the only goal you should have. It should, I would say a better way to look at that is, I want to give my body the very best that it can have, right? So starting to learn your worth. You know, you're worthy of the very best from yourself. You're worthy of the very best from the people that are in your life. You're worthy of the very best from the food that you eat. So starting to look at the fact that I'm incredible. I'm an amazing person who was built and made wonderfully, and I deserve the very best of everything that is in my life. So that doesn't mean that you don't have pizza. Like, I'll have a slice of pizza, but guess what? I don't eat the whole pizza.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, like, and it has to be something that is super worthy of me to eat. So if I have some chocolate it has got to be the very best chocolate in the whole entire world. And I have just a little bit of it. And I realize that that's all I need, right? Because I love myself enough to, I'm not trying to replace food or some other unhealthy habit with loving myself. I love myself enough to realize that I'm a princess, and princesses don't need that.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
those are some of the things that I think about. But you got to change your mind about yourself, and you got to change your mind about food and anything else that is in your life.
Okay. Okay. A question. I noticed on one of your coffee break live, you did a segment where you talked about cravings, like if your body crave ice and different things like that. Tell me a little bit about some of the things your body can crave and what does that mean to your body? Is it like a deficiency or yeah, just
Yes. So sometimes when we have food cravings
Mhm.
or inanimate cravings, like uh, for weird things like clay, it's really because our bodies are having some type of a deficiency, and our bodies are they're trying to talk to us and tell us, hey, something's not right. We need something in in us. For example, ice. Ice is one of those things where if you're craving ice or chewing ice or clay or dirt or anything like that, it could be that you have an iron deficiency. And the best way to address that iron deficiency is to have a natural, whole food based vitamin of iron or mineral of iron.
Okay.
If you're just going to go out and get like that iron over the counter, that is a heavy metal. They take iron bar, grind it up, mix it with cornstarch, and it's a heavy metal in your body. Yeah, under the microscope, oh, you've got more iron in your body. Yeah, but that iron is heavy metal. It's not really benefiting your body at all in any way. You want to look for food-based vitamins. Well, how do you know if it's food-based? Turn it around, look at the ingredients, and if it says spinach, it's a food-based vitamin, or a fruit or a vegetable. It's a food-based vitamin. So you want to, have food-based vitamins. If you're craving chocolate, it could be that you need magnesium. You may be deficient in magnesium. Magnesium is a great one for helping for calming, or if you're not able to sleep. It helps with that. If you have leg cramps or if you're irritable, you could be having a deficiency in magnesium as well. And right now, with the environmental threats that we have going on, magnesium is a big one. We really need that to help to support our immune system. So there's others. For example, let's say, and I have like my little handy chart here. Let's say that you have, you're hungry, or you need to eat something and all you want is like cereal or something that's liquid. It could be that you're dehydrated. Go drink some water, right? Just go drink some water. Or if you are craving, let's see, what was another one that was a really good one? If you are craving sweets, like sometimes, you have those cravings of sweets and you're like, yeah, that sweet tooth. It could be that you have a deficiency in chromium or carbon or phosphorus or sulfur or tryptophan. Quick thing. What's one thing that tryptophan is in that everybody knows the tryptophan is in? Do you know what it is?
No.
What's the thing that makes you sleepy when you eat Thanksgiving? Do you know? Like turkey. It's in turkey. You probably don't remember. You learned this when you were a kid, because I remember learning this in elementary school.
I think I'm too old to remember now.
Tryptophan is one of those feel good, make you calm and sleepy kind of a I'm trying to remember if tryptophan is a hormone. I think it's a hormone. But it's in apples as well as in turkey. So a great way, if you're having some insomnia at night, go get yourself a warm cup of apple juice and drink that, and you may find that it'll help. So there's, some of those are just a few things. And if you want an entire chart or an entire list, like you said, I did a coffee break live on food cravings and and possible deficiencies, or ask the Google.
Okay. So, has being a naturopathic doctor affected your family life? Are you more of a health freak now? No.
Yeah. So yeah, it has.
Okay.
But I also say I don't argue with grown people. So I give you the information.
Mhm.
And that's all I'm responsible for. Whether you take and use that information is your responsibility. So there are some things, there are some things that in my family, they will listen to, or, do, or if there's like an issue that comes up, I happen to be one of those people, that they'll come to, or, I'm able to, coughs, colds. I have some kind of natural remedy or something for that, or boosting the immune system, or whatever the case may be. There's other things where it's like, no, we're not listening to you.
Okay.
You know.
Okay. Okay. So, do you have any events coming up or anything you'd like to share?
Yeah, continue. If you are not connected with me on Facebook or Instagram, please go ahead and do so. In my Facebook, I've got two Facebook pages. One is for the company, and it is ALN Health and Wellness. My website is alnhealthandwellness.com. And the other Facebook page I have is Latina_Thomas. I do something called Coffee Break Live at 2 o'clock Central Time every day. And this coming year, I'm going to have even more amazing things. We're going to be doing some other things and kind of stepping Coffee Break Live up and making it into a show,
Okay,
which
great.
is pretty exciting.
Mhm.
And I look out for this year for two different books, one on natural versus synthetic vitamins and minerals and supplements, because people ask me about that all the time.
Okay.
And the other one is actually going to be on, your mindset about yourself and about food, and really finding your self-worth and learning how to authentically live naturally.
Okay.
And then yeah, I guess that's it. Those are some of the things that I have coming up. You can connect with me there. If you go to my website, honestly, and you scroll down, you'll see all of the ways you can connect with me on social media.
Mhm.
I'm going to be doing a lot more things on Instagram, and I'm going to have a sugar detox coming up. I always do that in January.
Okay.
So if your listeners are interested in that, make sure that they connect with me socially so that I can let them know when that's going to happen. I have some platforms or some programs that are going to be coming out this year that people can join and sign up. I have a foraging one that's going to be a really great event that's coming up in March. So yeah, lots of things are happening this year. It's going to be a pretty exciting year.
That is great. Okay. Well, give us your Facebook. That's where they can find you, Coffee Break Live. Give us your Facebook handle again, as well as your website. Let's get that
Okay.
one more time.
Okay. So my Facebook is Latina_Thomas. And I have two. The second one is ALN Health and Wellness, and the and is spelled out. So ALN Health and Wellness. That's the second Facebook page. And then my Instagram is what is my Instagram? Latina under Oh, you know what? I said that wrong. I apologize. My Instagram is Latina_Thomas. My Facebook is Latina Epps Thomas.
Okay.
Latina Epps Thomas is my Facebook. Latina_Thomas is my Instagram. And my website is alnhealthandwellness.com.
Okay. All right. So hopefully everybody got that and you will check her out. So are there any final thoughts before we go?
As I always close out Coffee Break Live, I always say, remember, you're already a winner. because you woke up this morning.
All
That'd
right.
be it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you for tuning in to the BU podcast. Have a great day, a happy new year. And as always, I
Be
salute your
like the way
business.
you just could be you.
Bye.
You can't worry about what they
Bye-bye.
doing. You gotta be you.